If you are easily offended, this may not be the podcast for you.
Pussy.
Viewer discretion is advised.
What's up, world? And Lisa Cologne. It's your boy Ant from the Ant and CJ Show. I am joined by the original Chase the King. He brought the original name back. Shout outs to the AIM days.
Yes, sir.
What's up, CJ?
Yes, sir. Mahalo.
Mahalo.
I have a question for you. Answer honestly.
Okay.
Should teachers that have an OnlyFans be able to keep their job?
What grade they teaching?
Doesn't matter.
Are they cute?
What is that? That matters less than the first question.
All right. I think that it would make for a very interesting parent-teacher conference, though.
Do you think that a teacher that has an OnlyFans should be fired?
I mean, do you? Whatever you do on your personal time is whatever you do on your fucking personal time. As long as you're not, like, fucking doing videos in your classroom and shit.
Okay.
I'm pretty certain that teachers don't take an oath that they have to do certain things or behave certain ways when they become teachers.
What would you say if a principal came and said that the teacher is causing a distraction by having an OnlyFans in her spare time?
How does he know about the OnlyFans?
That is also a very fair question.
Exactly my point.
That is also a very fair question.
Exactly.
That also leads more to her being a distraction, because if you got an OnlyFans and the principal seen it, then that means that you are a distraction to the workplace.
That he getting in that work over his lunch break. You know how many people have lost their jobs for OnlyFans? And it's just ridiculous. There's been teachers that have lost their jobs. There's been cops that have lost their jobs. There's been paramedics that have lost their jobs.
Would you want your child being in a class with a teacher that has an OnlyFans?
Is her OnlyFans part of the course syllabus?
No, but maybe some after-school activity. You know, you play your cards right.
I mean, quite honestly, again, if you're not doing it at the workplace, then why is it my issue? Are you violating anything in terms of doing it on company property, doing it at the workplace, doing it with any of your students? Because then that's a different conversation we should be having. But
okay,
if you're doing it in your home or in a hotel or wherever the fuck you're doing it, then so fucking be it. Get your money. Why is that my problem? If you are thick, curly-haired Latina with a little dark skin, please go ahead and put your OnlyFans handle down below. We are willing to subscribe, and we're willing to pay good money to see what you can do.
Not we. Him. Him. It's not me, baby. I didn't do it. It was him. It was him. I am not in this.
Pussy.
You do believe that what happens in your private life should stay in your private life and should not affect your business?
Yes. 100%. If it brings you positive business, then fuck it.
I fucking got you.
Why?
If that is your stance, why was Donald Sterling forced to sell the Clippers?
Yeah, but I mean, here's the difference with this, right? And
here you go. Here you go.
No, but here's the fucking difference with this. All right, first of all, let's look at the demographic for a second, okay? Basketball is a predominantly African American sport. OnlyFans. What's the predominant group on OnlyFans? I think it's pretty mixed.
The equivalent to that would be that schools are predominantly minors and the teacher is doing porn.
Now you're looking at it as
they're equal.
Are they?
They're equal.
You see, I don't know, man. I don't think so. You see, you're talking about a man who was blatantly racist, owning a team that is part of a predominantly African American. The league is like 90% black.
Okay.
So you're saying don't bring those black guys to my game, but your fucking team is built with black guys.
Okay.
So, yeah, you're demonstrating straight racism, and you're demonstrating, if you want to look at it this way, because I would look at it as a form of slavery. You're like, play for me, motherfuckers, but don't bring them fuckers to my team.
Because he owned the team, it's a form of slavery?
He owned the team. He owned a bunch of black guys.
He didn't own them. He just owned the team.
He owned the rights. of their contracts. He was a team owner. He owned them.
Nah, he owns the team. At any point, they could have been like, fuck you, fuck basketball, eat a dick. He don't own them. He just owns the team.
Okay.
He owned the logo on their jerseys. He don't own them.
Okay.
But you backtracking. You moonwalked.
I'm not moonwalking.
Okay, so now we are no longer on the side of your personal life is your personal life and business is business.
He demonstrated racism.
He was recorded saying something that he meant to be private.
Okay.
That was not supposed to get to the people that it was not supposed to get to. Just like the teacher with her OnlyFans is recording pornography that is for adults. You have to be 18 to view it and purchase it. It's behind a paywall, which children shouldn't be paying for anyway.
I mean, the parents should obviously have access to their kids' statements, and you should be able to see if there's a fucking statement that says OnlyFans.
Sure, yeah. I mean, of course. But these kids shouldn't be able to pay for this porn anyway. So it's not for them. I didn't make it for them. This isn't my personal time. This is my personal space. This is my business to do with it whatever I please. And just because I'm doing something outside of work in the privacy of my own life and space, that now has been exposed to people without my consent, I am being fired / forced to sell my team.
All right, so what are your thoughts?
I think he's a racist piece of shit, and I'm happy he had to sell his team. But I don't know if I think it was fair. Because if you're forcing people to sell their team based off of something that they thought they were saying in the privacy of their own home, A, what about freedom of speech?
True.
I mean, that's kind of, you know. B, how can you force me to sell my team? That's like if you own a house and you put a Puerto Rican flag outside of your house and your neighbors are just like, well, we don't fuck with Puerto Ricans, so you got to sell your house.
And some homeowners associations might not fuck with that idea, so.
Yeah, but that's nuts. This is my house.
Do we really live in a free world, though?
We should.
But do we?
No, of course not.
Is our country
and
really free?
Technically, we shouldn't. Because if we did live in a free world, then people would do whatever the fuck they want. And people can't be trusted to do whatever the fuck they want.
Within reason, yes. But I think that there's stupid laws for... I don't know. I think that a majority of the laws that are out there are fucking stupid. And we're living more in a dictatorship than we are living in a...
What laws do you think are stupid?
Let's go down the list. Let's start off with stupid New York City laws. Because
not just New York City. We're a global broadcast.
Okay.
We actually have some listeners in Denmark, so shout out to Denmark, shout out to France. Bonjour.
Okay. Let's go down the list of the 20 silly and unusual United States laws.
Okay.
Number 1. In Fairbanks, Alaska, it is illegal to serve alcohol to a moose.
They got a lot of moose. Do you know how big a fucking moose is? You know how wild it would be if a drunk moose was running around just headbutting shit?
Okay. Law number 2. In Glendale, Arizona, it is illegal to drive your car in reverse. Yeah, you don't have an argument for that one. Moving on.
I do, actually. I do. Driving in reverse is dangerous. You can back out of a parking spot, but to just be driving backwards? No.
Law number 3. In San Francisco, California, it is illegal to wipe your car with used underwear.
It's San Francisco, and we don't want y'all pussy juice smelling up the whole city.
Well,
we already live right off the water.
Well,
it already smells fishy.
It's San Francisco. They have a predominantly high homosexual rate over there.
So maybe they don't want mad cum on people's cars. Cum and asshole wax.
This is one you might actually feel a little bit more relatable to. In Quitman, Georgia, it is illegal to change the clothes on a storefront mannequin unless the shades are down.
Yeah. It's the South. We in the Bible Belt, and we don't need to be seeing all of that mannequin's dick. Or coochie, for that matter. Or his little Ken doll space where kids can use their imagination, and that's how you got Elliot Page.
Shout out to Elliot Page.
Shout out to Elliot Page.
In South Bend, Indiana, it is illegal for monkeys to smoke cigarettes, but cigars are okay.
Cigarettes are bad for you, so we don't need monkeys smoking any of them shits.
In New Orleans, Louisiana,
Let's go.
it is against the law to gargle in public. So ladies, swallow. Or men, whatever your preference is.
And essentially, you know, there's a lot of gators in New Orleans. There's a lot of gators out in the marsh, and gargling could sound like maybe a mating call or some sort of, you know, victim screech that might bring the gators out to eat people. I think these are great laws that you're reading off here.
In Boston, Massachusetts, this one doesn't make sense to me, but it is illegal to take a bath unless one has been ordered by a physician to do so. That doesn't make sense to me. I don't think that's true. But I digress.
Unless a doctor tells you so? Boston sucks ass as a city. Fuck Boston. Fuck the Red Sox. Fuck the Bruins. Fuck them little cobblestone streets y'all got.
Except the
Fuck the Boston Tea Party. Fuck Boston Tea. I don't give a fuck. Where's Pepperidge Farm? Fuck Pepperidge Farm.
Is Pepperidge Farm in Boston?
I don't know. I think that shit might be in Massachusetts somewhere.
I really don't think that shit is in Massachusetts.
Fuck Paul Revere. Fuck Cheers. Fuck the Green Monster. Fuck David Ortiz. Fuck Manny Ramirez. Fuck Pedro Martinez.
Oh my god.
Fuck Terry Francona. Fuck the Mayflower. Wait, where was the Mayflower? That was in Plymouth Rock. That was somewhere else. That was Virginia.
Isn't Plymouth? Is it Virginia?
I think so.
Plymouth Rock? No.
It's
Plymouth
Massachusetts?
Rock, hold on. Plymouth Rock, the Mayflower Pilgrims, Plymouth Colony. Where is this? Hold on. It was in Massachusetts.
Let's go! Mayflower. Fuck them Pilgrims. Fuck Peter Griffin. Fuck Quahog. Come on. Fuck Boston. I don't give a fuck what Boston thinks. Smelly asses. Can't even take a bath. And fuck Oktoberfest. But the Boston version of Oktoberfest. Shout out to the Germans. I fuck with them. Just, you know, Boston got me proud of.
Law number 8. In Minnesota, women face up to 30 days in jail for impersonating Santa Claus.
Play your goddamn role and stop thinking that throwing a beard on makes you a man. And more women need to go to jail. Because some of you bitches don't have no sense. So I'm here for it. Let's go, Minnesota. Shout out the Prince.
Number 9 makes sense to me. In Horny Town, North Carolina.
Oh, let's go.
It is illegal to open a massage parlor.
Yeah, you can't do that. You can't do that. That's a great law. That's a great law.
This one makes sense to me. No happy tugs in North Carolina.
Yeah.
Where'd you go for your happy tug? In the Horny Town?
We're not doing rubbing tugs in Horny Town. Not in the Bible Belt. Like, this is still the South, bro. Like, come on. We Christians.
Number 10.
Out here.
In Fargo, North Dakota.
Let's go, Fargo.
It is illegal to lie down and fall asleep with your shoes on.
Where do they make the cheese? Oh, that's Wisconsin.
That's Wisconsin. Nice try. Try again. You got nothing. Moving on to number 11.
It snow. Nah, here we go. It snow a lot in North Dakota, and sometimes your feet might be cold and wet and shit, And, like, we don't want your boot to get frozen on because we got one town doctor. It's Fargo. We got one doctor for everybody. And if everybody's coming in here with Blackfoot because they forgot to take their boots off before they went to sleep, then now we got a problem. We have one doctor, we don't have no insurance, and now all of y'all got gangrene or fucking Blackfoot like Adam Sandler in Mr. Deeds because y'all couldn't just take off your boots before you went to sleep.
That's wild.
If you stop giving your moose liquor and then riding through the streets on a drunk moose and riding into a snowplow, then maybe this wouldn't happen. So, but shout out to Fargo and the show Fargo and Wisconsin because y'all make good cheese. And Prince again.
Number 11. In
We don't have to go on no more.
Wow.
We don't have to do more laws. How many are there?
20.
God damn. All right.
No, we can stop here. But I do want to give an honorable mention to number 12. Because this is one I think your ass would be arrested for.
Okay.
In Oklahoma, people who make ugly faces at dogs can be fined or jailed. Your ass would have been arrested for fucking with Max.
You know me all these years and you haven't figured out that this is just my face? I'm not making a face. This is just how I look. But thanks for that. So close to my birthday.
Your birthday's in 3 fucking months.
Let's see if you remember that on the day of my birthday.
You know I'm horrible with dates anyway, so.
Oh, yeah, making excuses. Here we go again.
I'm making excuses as of now.
Would you let a white guy call you Chico for money?
How much we talking?
What if you had a job and it pays, $100,000 a year, nice job, 6 figures, but instead of calling you by your name, the guy that owns the company says that he's going to call you Pablo. Every now and then, he'll turn on some salsa music and have you put on a little sombrero and dance around the office, but...
That's racism and fucking slavery.
Would you accept racism for $100,000 a year?
No, that's not enough.
Would you accept racism for $125,000?
No, we're talking a couple million maybe.
To accept racism?
Call me a spick all you want if you pay me a couple million.
Would you consider that to be selling out?
I mean...
Do you think that
yeah.
other Puerto Ricans would look at you and be like, fuck that guy, he's a sellout?
I don't know. Puerto Ricans are about their money. They're always going to be like, hey, he's doing the right thing. You know, be like, I do it too, papi. Call me spick.
If you give them all $1 million?
Call me spick for $1 million.
Okay. Okay. I was not expecting that answer from you.
I mean, come on. Think about it. All right, let me ask you a question. All right, somebody comes up to you and they're like, yo, I'll give you $2 million if you can let me call you a nigga. With an ER. Real hard.
I'm taking a break.
Would that be selling out?
I don't give a fuck if it's selling out.
Exactly. So who cares? I'm making money at the end of the day.
But I code switch, so...
Oh, yeah, you are.
I understand how it is that white people work. Like, I just understand how they work.
They say you are what you eat.
Something like it. Something like it. I mean, I'm not white. I'm very in tune with who I am and, like, what it is that I stand for and where it is that, what the culture has done for me, has taught me, and where it is that it brought me. I don't want to be a white person. I don't, it's not like that. But I do understand that, a lot of businesses are owned by white people.
So I have a question for you.
Okay.
Is it true what they say about white people and how their food has no seasoning and no flavor?
I have been to White Thanksgiving 3 times now. Mm-hmm. I vastly prefer Black Thanksgiving. Like, majorly. I have been served cold carrots.
What?
Cold carrots. In salad dressing. And that's all. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I think it's just culturally different.
Okay.
Certain things that are prepared by black people are prepared very, very differently. Certain things that are prepared by white people are prepared very, very differently.
Okay.
But don't forget, I live in the South. These white people here, they throw down.
Because they're Southern.
Yeah, because they
got that Creole cooking flavor.
They Southern. Now, I can't speak for Midwestern white people. I would never go to Midwestern white Thanksgiving.
That's where you're getting baked beans.
That is where you're going to get some bullshit. You're going to get a piece of bread with some cheese on it, melted. And that's it. That's Thanksgiving. You're going to get mac and cheese that is made with Kraft slices.
That's disturbing, but okay. You're going to get a meal from Dollar Tree.
Yeah, that is not mac and cheese. But, you know, like I said, I've been to White Thanksgiving a couple of times. And I'm not going to say it's been bad. They just prepare things a little bit differently, you know.
So now, talking about that, right? Is it wrong if you were to bring your own meal with you to that house?
Yeah, that's sick.
Just like, no thanks, I got my collard green and grits over here. I'm
that's
good.
Sick. That's a little. And collard greens and grits is a nasty fucking. What the fuck are you eating in Puerto Rico? What are they giving y'all?
First of all, I've never had collard greens. As much as I love soul food and I adore soul food, I've never had collard greens.
Never had collard greens.
Never in my life had collard greens.
What?
I don't know, man. They don't look appetizing to me.
Oh, you got the game fucked up. Yeah,
maybe.
When you come to Atlanta, I'm gonna get you some real soul food.
I bet. Down.
Like some real soul food.
Let's go.
Like
I'm down.
We got shrimp po' boys sandwiches down here that got collard greens on it.
All right, bet.
Like,
I'm down.
Yeah, we're gonna get you right.
All right.
We're gonna go somewhere and get you mac and cheese.
We're gonna record it. We're gonna record it for the pod.
Yeah, we're gonna record you eating it and the silence that's gonna come from you eating, and then the food coma you gonna go in after you're done eating.
Bet.
It's gonna be pure sleep for at least the next 5 or 6 hours.
Bet.
Yeah.
Bet.
Yeah, that should have put you out.
Let's go.
But yeah, White Thanksgiving is just different. I mean, they do strange things with vegetables that I never seen before.
Like?
I had squash casserole for the first time
in
my life.
Yeah, they casserole everything.
Now, I did have green bean casserole for the first time a couple years ago.
It's not bad.
I have seen green bean casserole on commercials, and every time I have seen it, it's always French's breadcrumbs crushed in it and like
onions.
Some weird shit. Yeah. And I always look at it, and I'm like, what in the fuck are these white people doing? And then I tasted it, and I was like, I fuck with y'all.
It's not that bad.
They always say white people don't have no culture. I can speak to you and let you know that is not true. Because green bean casserole slaps. That shit is fucking amazing.
If done the right way.
If done the right way. Yeah. I have never seen raisins in the potato salad, but I know for a fact that it has been done.
Yo, I had an aunt once put apple slices in potato salad.
That's nasty as fuck.
And the family done ate her ass alive that fucking Thanksgiving.
That is nasty as fuck, and your aunt is officially banned from the kitchen.
Oh, she is. 100%.
Y'all be playing dominoes at Thanksgiving? Oh, you're nice at dominoes, ain't you?
Oh, yeah. I know how to count dominoes. I be counting who got what. Locking the game up. Fuck,
I felt that.
Fuck y'all motherfuckers.
You know how to play spades?
I know how to play spades.
You don't know how to play no fucking spades.
I know how to play spades. I know how to play crazy eights. Yo, what you think, bro?
Okay. Alright, if you know how to play some spades, then maybe you can come to the cookout after all.
I can definitely go to the cookout.
Alright, we'll see.
I know how to do the wobble, too.
Alright, we'll see. We'll see if you can hang. See what's up.
Let's go. Cookout. The Ant and CJ Show Cookout. Atlanta, Georgia.
We will perform Not Like Us 5 times on stage.
Because we not afraid. Oh, even though we're not afraid of the 6. But
never been afraid of the 6.
But we will be performing.
Never been afraid of the 6.
Let's do it.
BYOB.
And
bring your own bottle.
And bring your own food, too, because we ain't fucking cooking.
Bring your own bottle, bring your own food, bring your own chair, bring your own mic and camera. Y'all can be part of the show, but there's an entry fee. You got to pay to get in. You got to pay to be around.
And you got to pay to get in, and we're doing it in a public park.
Yeah. And there will be security.
There will be.
We'll be armed. This is Georgia. We open carry down here. And you don't have to have no license for that shit.
Dun, dun, dun. Plop, plop.
You give no fucks about none of that.
More fire.
Yeah. And take the food and liquor that you brought.
Down the hatch.
Sure. Did you happen to hear what Lupe said about Kendrick?
What was it he said?
That Kendrick doesn't have the authority to say who can and can't be a part of the culture.
Lupe's always been fucked up in the head, though. We know this. Lupe been fucked up in the head for a very long time.
I don't think Lupe is fucked up in the head.
You think he's like... He was Kanye before Kanye. Let's put it that way. Lupe been saying crazy shit since before Kanye.
I think Kanye has a mental illness, and I think Lupe is speaking from a place of...
Intellect?
Growth and loss and intellect.
Okay. I mean,
I think Lupe came up in Chicago, in the tough part of Chicago. He watched a lot of his homies get locked up and get killed. Mm-hmm. He made it big and became an influential, rapper. He's one of the greatest MCs of all time. When it comes to just pure rapping ability, Lupe is... I mean, you could put Lupe against anybody one-on-one, and Lupe got a fighting chance.
Yeah. Kick, push, coach.
He's also done the mainstream stuff. He has a classic album.
Oh, yeah.
He won a Grammy for Daydreaming with Jill Scott.
Daydream.
Best Urban Alternative Performance in 2008. He won the Grammy.
I fell asleep beneath the flowers.
So he's a Grammy Award winner. I think that Lupe, if anybody is kind of qualified to speak on the state of the culture, I think that Lupe is one of those people that is qualified to speak on the culture.
Okay.
But I do also believe that Kendrick is allowed to speak on the status of the culture. And they can have different opinions, but they might both be speaking for hip-hop, but that don't mean they speaking from the same viewpoint of the culture. You feel me?
I feel you. I got you on that.
And if that's how Lupe feel, that's how Lupe feel. I just don't want to see Lupe and Kendrick beefing because they're both great MCs, and I feel like the great MCs kind of have to stick together. There is no retirement plan or anything like that for hip-hop, and I think that there should be. I think that when the great MCs decide to go and retire, there should be something from the proceeds from current hip-hop that goes back to the great MCs previous.
Yeah.
Because y'all paved the way, and the only reason that all these artists is making all this money is because of the groundwork that y'all laid.
Can I ask a question now that we're on this topic?
Sure.
Does Eminem have the right to say anything on the culture?
From his viewpoint of the culture, hell yeah.
That's fine.
But he has to. But I think Eminem is interesting because Eminem has always understood what his place is in the culture.
100%.
He's always understood that he's kind of a visitor in the culture.
100%. I mean, I agree with you. You know what I didn't like about it, though?
Here
we go. The generation that should have been swallowed, who has no say in Eminem's career, and should not have any say in Eminem's career, came out and said he needs to be canceled.
Here's the thing. All of the all heads don't give a fuck what these new kids think.
No.
Especially the people that are solidified. You think that if somebody tried to come and cancel Eminem for real, Eminem would really give a fuck? Eminem is goated.
But in the album, he states, fuck Gen Z. Like, he literally says it. So they got offended by that. These fucking Gen Z fucks.
Of course.
And they wanted to go online and they wanted to be like, oh, let's fucking cancel Eminem.
If Eminem didn't get canceled when he was rapping about lesbians, then Eminem is safe right now.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing that nobody is going to do to Eminem. Eminem is goated, and they just got to leave him the fuck alone. Y'all need a hobby. Y'all need to go outside. Go smell some fresh air. Go touch some grass. Go swimming.
Go swimming.
That's what you need to do. Go swimming.
See, that's the issue. The technology era has destroyed kids. At the beginning of our childhoods, we didn't really have cell phones. Then we got older. We started getting cell phones. That's when AIM started coming out. We used to rush home to talk to each other via the internet. And then even then, when we had our cell phones, we were very cautious with how many messages we texted each other because we had limits. Back then, we had, 400 minutes the 400 minutes for the month, and only like 200-something text messages you were able to send before 9 p.m. That's when you used to be like, yo, don't fucking call me until 9 o'clock. And even then, you would go to sleep at 10 because your parents had your ass on curfew. So it's like, they don't have that nowadays. Now everything's unlimited this, unlimited that. Everything is fucking iPads and cell phones and all of this shit. Look, fucking kids nowadays, babies. How do you shut up a crying baby nowadays? You shove a fucking iPad in their face and they fucking shut up. You'd be amazed at looking at all these little fucking kids with iPads and how they fucking know how to navigate through an iPad. And they're only like 3.
My biggest problem with the world is that kids aren't getting punched in their fucking face enough.
Yo, and God forbid, back then our mother would hit us and we'd be like, I'm going to call the cops.
I would never.
We wouldn't. Hell no. Nowadays, these fucking kids be doing that shit. Nowadays, they'd be like, oh, you hit me, Mom. I'm calling the cops on you. That's child abuse.
My mom never hit me and I didn't deserve it. Now sometimes she wilded out a little bit.
Oh yeah,
and threw an extra punch when I didn't need it. But you know,
then as we got older, we started catching our mom's swings. You know, when we had a little height in us.
Oh, I tried that shit one time. The last time my mom swung the belt at me, I caught that shit and ripped it away from her.
Yeah.
And like bucked at her. Like I felt good just for 1 second. I felt amazing.
My mother swung at me once, and I caught her hand in the air. I grabbed her by the wrist. I'm like, "What are you doing?"
That was the last time my mom used the belt. I thought it was over. I thought beatings were over. I thought getting whooped was over for me. I was officially the man of the house now. I was taller than my mom. Today was my day. It was the most glorious that I have felt for 8 seconds.
And then?
And my mom threw an uppercut that rocked my whole body. And I was like, oh, shit. I didn't think that she could do that. I didn't think that that was even an option. I thought that the belt was as far as it went.
Oh, no.
She hit me one good time, and I was like, oh, shit, she can use fist? This is a game changer.
You see,
I can't catch that.
My mom escalated to a wiffle ball bat. Shout out to the whoopings that made us the men we are today.
Yeah.
Not like
Shout
the
out
Gen Z pussies.
Shout out to our parents, you know, for the roles that they did play. Whether they were present or whether they were not, everything that they did or did not do made us the people that we are today. So shout out to our parents.
Shout out to my mom. You know, if my dad's dead, just send me the will if there was anything in there for me. Or I'll be sure to collect half at some point. Moving on. 2-minute warning.
2-minute warning.
What you got for your 2-minute warning today?
So I was watching the TikTok. And there was this guy talking about being a cheater and what hobby you should have. The only hobby that you can have that would allow you to cheat freely is to take up fishing.
Why fishing?
Because you can fish during the day, you can fish during the afternoon, or you can fish at night. You don't always have to come home with a fish because you can have times where you don't hit or you don't get a fish. You can lie and say that you lost service because you're out in the lake on a boat. And you could disappear for hours at end because you go fishing for multiple hours. You don't go fishing for 30 minutes and come back.
That is genius.
It is, isn't it? So I found this shit hilarious because I'm like, yo, I would have never thought of that shit. But then again, it's like you have to be a serial cheater to have this type of thought.
And she can't say you lying because if she come look for you, where the fuck you gonna look?
Exactly. Exactly.
Ah, that's genius.
That brings us to very quickly, a quick announcement. The It's CJ Show official fishing excursion.
Sponsored by Trojan Condoms and Bacardi.
With our guest sponsor, Durex.
And Blue Chew. I don't want to look like I'm thinking about it too hard.
So if CJ goes fishing.
Nah, I ain't going fishing. It's not me, baby. It's him.
Technically, I could go fishing all I want.
Oh yeah, you can fish like a motherfucker.
I could fish. I could go trouting. I could go catch salmon with my bare hands at this point in Lake Lanier.
Oh hell no, we ain't going fishing in Lake Lanier.
Well, that's the point. If you going to leave your significant other for good, you can say you went fishing at Lake Lanier and disappeared. You don't got to go back home.
That shit haunted as hell. There's a whole town under Lake Lanier.
There is. All right, what you got for your 2-minute warning?
For my 2-minute warning, just real quick, before anything, R.I.P. Sonia Massey. For my 2-minute warning, women's intuition is some bullshit.
Always.
Women always talk about I just had a feeling.
Always.
And they want to go through your phone.
Or a dream.
And, oh, yeah, I had a dream, and it just made me want to go through your phone, and you bitches always thinking something about something. You be wrong 90% of the time, and then the one time you find something, it's women's intuition. Never mind the fact that the first 12 times you check, your women's intuition was fucking wrong. You're stupid. That's what you are. You're fucking stupid. You're not intuitive. You're not Detective Clouseau. You're not Scooby in the gang. You're just stupid. The guys out there, they feel me. They know what I'm saying. They hear me.
Yeah.
For you to come talking about I had a dream that you done did. Let me see your phone. Who's Catherine? Why don't you mind your goddamn business? Women's intuition. And what do they call it when men got some intuition? Most of the time we be right. We just not smart enough to prove that shit. And women are sneaky as fuck. They don't think we be noticing when they doing little sneaky bullshit on their phones. Hiding shit. Sometimes I don't even bring up the fact that I caught you doing some sneaky shit. I don't bring it up because I'm plotting my revenge and I'm waiting for the right moment.
Like going to lunch with a
I'm waiting for my time. You know why? Because I'm petty. And luckily for me, my friends and family are petty too. So when the time is right, when the time comes for me to do some ultimate petty shit, I'm going to do it and I'm going to enjoy it. The sister, the best friend, the favorite cousin, and if all else fails, her mom. Sometimes you just got to take her mom down to prove a point. All right, I'm done. That's it for me. Man, that was great. I really needed that.
I'm glad you feel good about having expressed yourself in that aspect. This has been the Ant and CJ Show.
Like and subscribe.
Like, subscribe, comment, follow us on our socials. And be sure to go to the antandcjshow.com for all our latest updates, as well as the fact that you can message us personally. And we also have our booking info that is going to be updated into our Instagram page. So if you want to go ahead and reach out to us for any booking inquiries or any events, feel free to reach out to us. Or if you have an idea that you want to be on an episode and you want to talk shit with us, fucking message us too. We can have you on. This has been the Ant and CJ Show. We are out this bitch. We out.